the bag, get that dough. I ain't gotta tell them better, already know. Money over bitches, better know how it goes. Streets don't love nobody, it's real cold. Many niggas tell on you to get let go. Better know any given time it can get out of control. Better know if you ain't right, you gon' get left, you better know. If you ain't representing the mob, then you can't go. Better know we gon' secure that bag. Better know I'm gon' humbly show my ass. Better know I know you ain't seeing y'all look past. Better know I stayed on my shit every day like a tax. Better know you a bad bitch, you a nigga in the street. Better know what come with it. Better know I sacrifice for this shit. Better know I put some ice on this shit. Better know what you know, never let go. Put your feet up on the gas and put that bitch to the floor. Better know we ain't use the front door. Better know we came through the window. Got a whole lot, remember it was zero. Blizzard and snow, 20s on the dough. Double up to a brick before it almost smoke. Shout out to all of us, he's really showed us the ropes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You better know. You better know, you better know, you better know, you better know. Better know we gon' secure that bag. Better know I'm gon' humbly show my ass. Better know I know you ain't seeing y'all look past. Better know I stayed on my shit every day like a tax. Better know you a bad bitch, you a nigga in the street. Better know what come with it. Better know I sacrifice for this shit. Better know I put some ice on this shit. Whoa.
The legal saga that is plaguing Sean Diddy Combs and his legacy has left many wondering what's next for the embattled rapper and producer. As federal investigators continue their probe into Diddy's shocking sex trafficking allegations, it's been nearly a month since authorities, many from Homeland Security, raided the rapper and producer's LA and Miami mansions. But since the now infamous raids, investigators have remained tight-lipped. And while at this time we don't know the extent of what investigators discovered or even the details of the search warrant, or if the result of the raids or the federal investigation will bring about criminal charges, many legal experts have weighed in on the ongoing federal sex trafficking probe. And some experts consider the raid to be the tip of the iceberg, as many evidence obtained could be used by federal prosecutors if they're working to build their case against the hip-hop mogul.
Most people think of sex trafficking as happening in, massage parlors or women being trafficked in from Brazil or from Thailand, which does certainly happen. But American women are also trafficked. And in the federal statutes, the Anti-Trafficking Act and the federal statutes that are related to that, it really has more to do with just moving from state to state and committing some kind of illegal sexual act that involves some sort of prostitution. And so sex trafficking is a very broad definition in federal law. And I think it looks to me like they are really focused on the allegations we've seen in some of these civil suits from these women, that they went from place to place with Diddy and he forced them to prostitute themselves to other men.
But for a man who Forbes says has long been considered one of the wealthiest rappers of all time, with an estimated billion-dollar net worth and seemingly an army of lawyers at his disposal, some legal experts say federal prosecutors have to take their shot and not miss if they plan to bring
one of the wealthiest rappers of all time, but don't write music,
a criminal indictment against him. So what does it take to build a sex trafficking case against a powerful man like Diddy? According to former federal prosecutor Francie Hakes, the digital evidence reportedly seized by federal investigators is going to be crucial.
I've heard some commentators, some former prosecutors say that a search warrant is one of the final things that happens in a criminal investigation. And I disagree with that completely. It could be, but it's not always that way. Sometimes a search warrant is because you develop probable cause, which can be information from one single credible witness, that evidence is going to be found in the place they're going to search. One single credible witness. And without that evidence, there is no case. So I don't agree that it's, generally speaking, the last thing in any criminal prosecution, in any investigation. It could be.
So if they need from one single credible witness, I feel like Cassie is a credible witness because he settled with her. So she the only one could be the credible witness.
One of the first things. But the search warrants at his residences are really critically important because they most likely were taking.
No one else is credible because He not charged with anything, but he settled with her, so it make him, kind of put him in the guilty bag.
Things like digital evidence, phones, computers, laptops, iPads. Those things may very well contain evidence of these crimes that they allege have been committed against them. And so that is a process exploiting that digital evidence that may take weeks or months for the federal government to get through before deciding whether or not there is evidence of a crime beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, generally, you're going to have some forensic agents on the scene who may.
This app on my phone called Audible helps pay for my bills every month. I'm sure you've heard of Audible, but what you might know.
May very well have taken kind of a preview look at some of this digital evidence. And depending on what they found, if they think they're going to find evidence through the full forensic exploration of these digital devices, they may very well have started a grand jury investigation. And federal grand juries sit every week for a day or two, depending on the busy jurisdiction. They sit and they hear evidence. They can subpoena evidence from banks, cell phone companies, hotels, all sorts of different providers to try to build the picture of the case. So it's not just, did this person commit a potentially sexual violent act, which is obviously part of the proof of the case, but how do you prove beyond that the person was in the place? Because generally, unless you've got photo or video evidence, it's just someone's word against someone else's. And so they want to be able to put the offender in the location where the victim says they were, doing what they said they were doing. They were there for a concert. They were there for a meeting. They were there, on some shopping trip, whatever it is. The prosecutors are going to want to put the offenders in the location where the victim says. And so that's all the evidence that the grand jury can kind of gather during this investigation on their way to handing down a possible indictment.
Federal prosecutors seemingly have a lot of allegations to work with. Diddy is facing a slew of sexual misconduct lawsuits. But the first that seemed to have opened the floodgates was the November 2023 federal lawsuit filed by Diddy's ex-girlfriend, actress and R&B singer Cassie Ventura. In Cassie's suit, she accused her ex-boyfriend of a decade of mental, physical, and sexual abuse. She alleged Diddy beat her repeatedly. In one claim, Cassie alleged Diddy beat her at a hotel. The security cameras supposedly captured the incident, but Cassie alleges Diddy paid the hotel tens of thousands of dollars for the evidence of the tape. She said Diddy gave her a copious amount of drugs. And following instances of violence, according to the suit, Diddy would often hide Cassie in hotels for days to let her bruises heal. In the suit, she claimed Diddy would also traffic her by coercing her to have sex with male sex workers in different cities while he filmed and pleasured himself to the encounters. According to the court filing, Diddy and his employees would use the mogul's power and wealth to intimidate and silence her. The suit shocked many and even came with a trigger warning, but the suit was settled for an undisclosed amount just a day after it was filed in federal court. At the time, an attorney for Diddy called the allegations offensive and outrageous. But after the suit was settled, Diddy's lawyer said it was settled amicably, and the decision to settle was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. But since Cassie's lawsuit, more legal trouble came to follow with similar allegations from other women. Joy Dickerson Neal filed a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court against Diddy. She accused Diddy of drugging and sexually assaulting her in '91. She alleged she was a victim of revenge porn, saying he filmed the assault and showed it to others. Liza Gardner sued Diddy and R&B singer Aaron Hall on allegations of battery and sexual assault stemming from an incident in 1990 when she was just 16 years old. Gardner alleged Diddy and Hall gave her alcoholic drinks, pinned her down, and forced her to have sex. An anonymous woman using the moniker Jane Doe filed a federal suit against Diddy, music producer Harve Pierre, and an unnamed third assailant in December. Doe accused the three of sex trafficking and gang rape in 2003 when she was just a 17-year-old high schooler. And then there's the latest suit when music producer and videographer Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, filed a federal lawsuit against Diddy and a number of other defendants, including actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Jones's suit accuses Diddy of racketeering, sexual assault, and sex trafficking in 2022 and 2023 when Jones worked on Diddy's most recent album. Through an attorney, Diddy has vehemently denied all the allegations made against him. The only time he spoke out on the allegations was in December in a post made to his social media. The statement read, "For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Those also named in the sexual misconduct suits have denied their involvement. Harve Pierre released a statement after being accused of gang rape. He said, "This is a tale of fiction. I have never participated in, witnessed, nor heard of anything like this ever. These disgusting allegations are false and a desperate attempt for financial gain. I will vigorously protect my reputation and defend my name. Those who know me recognize that these claims are not true." And at this time, Aaron Hall has not commented on the allegations against him. So could the slew of sexual misconduct lawsuits be used against Diddy if prosecutors choose to file charges against the hitmaker? Hake says it's possible.
In federal court, they have something called 404B evidence, which is also known as similar transaction evidence. And so if there is prior conduct that's uncharged because maybe it's outside the jurisdiction or outside the statute of limitations, but the conduct is similar enough in nature that it resembles the conduct that's charged, then that prior conduct or outside conduct can be used as evidence against the offender. So these other women who have come forward in these other civil suits could very well be called to testify as to what was alleged to have happened to them by Diddy or others in any kind of conspiracy or RICO case. They may very well testify to what happened to them so that the jury can be more informed about whether or not there's a likelihood that if they did this in the past and it's similar enough, then they're more likely to have committed the conduct that's in the indictment.
In addition to names like Aaron Hall and Harve Pierre being named in Diddy's lawsuits as defendants, other celebs and famous faces were also named, most notably in Rodney Jones's lawsuit where he named 3 women as Diddy's alleged sex workers. In Jones's amended complaint, he specifically named City Girls rapper Young Miami, Instagram model Jade Ramey, and OnlyFans model and actress Daphne Joy as Diddy's sex workers who received monthly stipends.
You don't actually have to.
But I can.
All 3 have denied the allegations. Daphne Joy has denied involvement in the sex worker allegations, posting this to Instagram. She writes, "I'm deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones's lawsuit. The claim that I am a sex worker is 100% false and character assassination. I'm retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney." Jade Ramey issued a statement saying, "Yes, I dated someone. Dating someone doesn't directly correlate to any of the false allegations made." And rapper Young Miami, in response to a dig by Diddy's rival 50 Cent, responded by saying, "I'm not a prostitute. I never sold cat emoji a day in my life. I hate how this is getting spun." But what could the ongoing sex trafficking probe mean for those named as the rapper and producer's alleged sex workers? As Higgs explains, investigators are looking for momentum to potentially build a RICO case against Diddy.
Well, it seems to me that what the feds are looking at here, what the FBI is looking at, is some kind of conspiracy case. It could be a RICO case, which just means some sense of an organization that's committed a couple of different felonies, kind of all working together, right? That's all RICO is. It's not that complicated. But what it means is this could be a very complicated pattern with a lot of potential witnesses, whether those people are potential offenders or accused, or whether they're just witnesses to the conduct because they help explain to an eventual jury what has gone on in this conspiracy or in this RICO case, or as this pattern has developed, they have one piece or 2 pieces of the entire puzzle. These kind of vast investigations are really just like a puzzle that you would put together. And the federal government starts off with a couple of pieces, and then a witness here may have another piece. A witness here may have another piece, or maybe they have 3 pieces. And eventually you'll form a mostly intact, though rarely perfect, but mostly intact puzzle, and you'll see the full picture. And that's the goal of the investigation.
The ongoing federal sex trafficking probe has been likened to another infamous sex trafficking case against financier Jeffrey Epstein,
supposed billionaire who seemed to have been trafficking women in plain sight. Like, he was engaging in this conduct in plain sight. And I'm not sure that the conduct that Diddy is alleged to have committed was similar in that it was in plain sight. This seems very much to have been alleged to be in a much smaller circle. That is, only certain people with these women knew about it. There appear to be far fewer victims, although I expect as the investigation goes along, perhaps we'll hear about other possible victims. But I think Epstein had a much more flamboyant lifestyle, although the lifestyle of a famous rapper and entrepreneur like Diddy definitely had a more flamboyant lifestyle than, say, a garden variety pimp here in Atlanta who is doing similar things that are alleged, but on a much smaller scale.
It was alleged in Cassie's now settled federal lawsuit against Diddy, he would record group sexual encounters, which he would refer to as freak-offs. And if the Fed sees any of the contents during the raids, Hake says that could be used as evidence depending on who is seen on any alleged tapes.
Recording encounters obviously is fantastic proof, but what is really important in this case is whether there are any underage girls.
I doubt it if they come out with any. He got that shit. He removed that shit before they went in there.
Whether there are any young women or girls who have been involved in this, because that then jumps over into a whole other category of offenses when it comes to recording.
Why you think his jet went when they was raiding his house and they were saying that he was out of the country and he was end up in Miami, but his jet went to the islands? Come on, man.
Sexual activity, which could be child pornography under the federal definition. If anyone was under the age of 18, so 7.
I'm not saying that he missed some child pornography on there. I'm just saying if he got anything on the tape of parties and stuff like that, got rid of that.
18 or under, and any sexual activity of any kind was recorded in the presence of that child or using that.
I really don't believe that he, younger girls be going to parties like 17 and stuff like that with fake IDs and with other girls, with other grown girls and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Diddy ain't have no kids at his shit, but you know what I'm saying? If a girl comes to a party with another girl, people not checking all the. I don't think so. Shit, they sneak in clubs.
That child, that is a child pornography offense that can carry as much as a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison. So those are.
It don't make sense for him to like want to have sex with kids when you're a billionaire. You didn't have J-Lo, all these. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful women like you.
Some of the important reasons why the grand jury, the prosecutors, the investigators are going to be looking hard at digital devices to see if that kind of evidence exists.
And while at this time we don't know if Diddy will face any criminal charges or be handed down an indictment, if prosecutors do choose to charge Diddy, they could be with millions upon millions of dollars and a team of lawyers at his disposal.
Prosecuting a celebrity has a lot of complications that they just don't have in normal cases. I prosecuted rapper T.I. for buying silenced machine guns here in Atlanta about a decade or so ago. And that case was extremely complicated. We had excellent evidence. We had an informant, we had audio recordings. But when we first went into court to try to seek to detain him when he was first arrested, the entire courtroom was filled with people. Normally at a preliminary hearing or a bond hearing, there's nobody in the courtroom but the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, maybe the U.S. Marshals, and that's about it. But this courtroom was literally filled, and it was the day after his arrest, and people were wearing Free T.I. t-shirts already. So you've got that public pressure because no matter who the celebrity is, they're going to have people who support them. It doesn't matter to those supporters what they've done, or maybe they just refuse to believe it because they think they know the person. Maybe they do know the celebrity. So you've got that celebrity factor that you have to worry about from a public standpoint, and all the.
If you go into court and nobody supporting you, they ain't gonna give a fuck about you. They gonna lock you up and throw away the key.
Evidence that you're bringing in and making sure your case is really buttoned up tight. And if you're gonna, if you're gonna shoot at the king, you better not miss, like you said. So prosecutors have to think about a whole bunch of outside things, not least of which is the sort of the popularity of the celebrity. How is that going to impact a possible jury? Is the person going to charm a jury no matter what evidence they hear? Are they going to be so excited they're sitting in a courtroom with Diddy or Donald Trump that they're not going to listen to the evidence? All they're going to do is just, sort of gaggle at the famous person. I mean, you really do have to worry about those kind of things in a case like this.
Diddy himself has remained relatively quiet amid the ongoing federal sex trafficking probe, but through a lawyer, he's maintained he's innocent. In response to the raids, his lawyer Aaron Dyer called the raids an unprecedented ambush and a gross overuse of military-level force. He wrote in part, quote, that it led to a premature rush of judgment, and it's nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. He said Diddy is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name.
Van Horn Automotive Group is looking to grow the best team of auto tech.
Family, we are back. Hey, I want to thank y'all for being here. I've had a great time here, and I've learned a lot about myself thanks to you guys. So if you're day one, let me know you're day one. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me know where you're from. Even the haters welcome. Anyway, I hope everybody have a good 420, a good weekend, and all that good stuff. Real quick, I want to talk about this video. And what we're about to watch is Tisa Tales discusses Diddy lets the wolves in on Beyonce and Jay-Z. Feds want the big fish. Diddy's desperate to beat the charges. Surprise, surprise. Who would have imagined? Nah, for real. Hey, all I can refer back to is what Gene Deal said with the state college stuff. And dude, he was ready to do the ultimate because he thought it was all over. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Let's get into it.
People say you are shucking, jiving, doing the thing for them boys in blue. And baby, we're not talking about the FBI. We are talking about the Department of Homeland Security.
Ooh, they hit us with a commercial real quick. Commercial ASAP. All right, we back.
But y'all, the streets are saying that Diddy is looking, or should I say begging, and his attorneys are furiously trying to work out a plea deal because, baby, he's ready to give up Jay-Z, Beyonce, Stevie J, Carisha. He's ready to do a package deal. Y'all, Diddy thinks he going to do whatever. However, the people that are in the know of the law says Diddy going to be doing that R. Kelly two-step or bunny hop in a Meek Mill's bunny hop in an orange sweatsuit shackle hop because the feds are saying, baby, unless you giving up the big kahuna, ain't nothing coming down. Baby, let's get into this because, if these reports can be believed, listen, we're going to see some movement pretty soon. Now, if you guys don't know, right, the grand jury has been assembled. People have testified. The reports are saying that Cassie has testified. 2 male freak-off victims have testified. I guess someone is Little Rod, right? Judging by the way that lawsuit was written. But the thing is that everybody...
It's going to be Little Rod and the Odie dude. Odie. Yeah, him.
Wants to talk about is the fact that Diddy ain't no fool. Diddy did not come this far to come this far. Diddy, as much as Stevie J and Young Miami are playing his alleged, right? We don't know. Nothing's been proven in law. Diddy says he is innocent. Playing his willing, gullible fools, right? People are saying that Diddy has his own plans and Diddy is going to get out of this by any means necessary if he got to literally do a scorched earth policy. The only problem is the things the feds are looking at, the unregistered weapons that were allegedly found, the tapes, the security footage, all this stuff, the alleged criminal organization, the RICO stuff. If they can prove even one iota of that, the feds are saying absolutely not. It's not going to happen. Maybe Diddy is in a fight of his life to make sure that his PG freak-offs happen. Like he said,
PG.
Just to let you guys know, Diddy does maintain his innocence. Nothing has been proven in a court of law. Again, until we have any sort of actual legal proof, which means it is brought in front of the jury, baby, do with this information what you will. But I'm telling you what I heard, okay? Let's get into this, okay? 1, the arrest. People are saying it is imminent. The people are saying it has to happen, baby. They've been investigating Diddy for about the last 10 years. They are looking into freak-offs, interviewing the freak-off victims, flight records, what was moving back and forth, travel reports, everything you can.
I think it's funny that the feds are doing a sweep. especially with these rappers and hip hop people and all that good shit, it is going down.
And they are interviewing everybody. They are leaving no stone unturned. Why? Because when they come for him, and once they all do that, the indictment needs to be written. They say that's the biggest part, the hardest part, because once they finally arrest him, baby, they gonna turn into Flo Millie, right? Flo Millie, and never let him go. Say, you never let me go. He feeding me sushi. Hand him my Maria Pucci. Listen, the feds are gonna turn into Flo Millie. Never let him go. I do want to say this, right? Another thing that is very, very interesting is there's been a lot of rumors that Diddy actually is feds, that Diddy is a federal informant. People were saying, how can this man be a federal informant, but at the same time be arrested with the feds? Is this some type of setup? What's going
Not
on?
at all.
Baby, there's hierarchy in everything. There's New York City police. There's New York State police. A lot of them, for whatever reason, seem to have always let Diddy off the hook. But here's the thing. Then we get into federal level. When you talk about, oh my God, but he's feds, he's a federal informant for the FBI. That has neither been confirmed nor denied. I'm telling y'all what y'all heard. But y'all need to realize, baby, even in the feds, as is life, there's hierarchy to everything. The FBI bows down to HSI. That is Homeland Security Investigations. These are the people that took down El Chapo, Ghislaine Maxwell, the Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein. Okay? Diddy is under investigation, and the agency that is moving for their indictment is Homeland Security, which means that even if Diddy, like Kanye said, been feds for the last 10 years, turning in people, doing this, moving to impunity, the Homeland Security is like, baby, we don't got nothing to do with that. You better go talk to your superior because, baby, we got you in our sights and you're going down. Homeland Security is the one bringing up this, assembling the grand jury, doing all this stuff, right? There is documents, okay? I talk to people. I ask, is there any way? Because, baby, I'm waiting for that arrest too. I got it marked on the calendar, right? I said, is there any way in the world you can see Diddy getting out of this? And they said, well, we all know, but for different reasons than you think. They said, yeah, if that fool do a plea deal. And I said, but do you think he's going to get a plea deal? And they literally said, hell in effing no. Because think about this, right? And this is—
Man, dude ain't about to get no plea deal. The only plea he'll get is probably to drop names to reduce time. And that's just what I think.
Man, he ain't even getting no
true.
time right now.
First of all, to get a plea deal, he will 100% have to give up people bigger than him. He would have to give up people bigger than him. Okay.
Why everybody's
he either can plead guilty or he can go to trial. If he pleads guilty, it is on a plea deal. He'll have to give up people bigger than him. But think about it. And this is directly from the quotes. The people control.
Listing your house on the market isn't the—
Take this time to like the video, y'all. It's
already
totally free. I appreciate it.
Already.
Diddy. If you believe people control him, and I do believe that Diddy answers to higher people more wealth, more influence. Again, I believe that that Diddy is somebody else's Stevie J. If that makes sense. What Stevie is,
it makes perfect sense.
Diddy is somebody else's Stevie J. What Young Miami is the Diddy. Diddy is somebody else's Young Miami. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, right? They're saying that the people controlling them, right? They're the ones. They're going to say, baby, you taking this to trial. And I was like, but why would they want to take it to trial? Because they bring up a good point, right? It is a privilege to be able to take a plea deal prior to trial. I know it saves costs and this. It's also a privilege. Think about it. You think the uni, mama? You think a mass? You think Jeffrey Dahmer? You think they just let you, when they got you dead to rights, just plead guilty? No. They make you take it to trial. Think about it. Think about what happened in Georgia, in the federal court in Georgia, right? The Atlanta or was it state court? Whatever. Think about what happened with the Trump trial, right? The Atlanta attorney's office said, right, that we have no intent at all of getting this before anything even kicked off. The Fed said we have no intention of giving a plea deal to Trump or Rudy Giuliani. We're taking it to trial. Then when they have you dead to rights and when you're so high profile, the only way you can get a plea deal is to give them something even bigger and more spectacular than you. And right now, Diddy has people that he is.
Yeah, she's right, but he's not charged with nothing. And you don't know if you're going to get charged with it.
Beholden to, if you believe this, all right? We'll see what's proven in court. We'll see what happens with that Fed document, all right? But he has people that he is beholden to that are like, you ain't giving us up. Baby, you still got how many kids? You got how many bills? You better watch what you say and go bunny hop yourself up.
Hey, that bunny hop is shit. If you seen that video, listen to how they're talking to Meek.
Meek did what's up.
That sounds like a dude that's
no, that's billionaires talking to niggas.
It was kind of
that's what it is. Billionaires making fun of
like the tone they're using.
That's
imagine how they probably talk to him off the camera.
Because they know that
and Step in the Name of Love, R. Kelly style.
Other black, hood people look up to Meek Mill, so they just showing you like they flexing their power. Billionaires, that's how they have fun like that.
You see what I'm saying, right? Again, the people that are controlling Diddy, the people that have been financing Diddy, the people that Diddy may be covering for, it is in their interest. Why would they let Diddy take a plea deal? Why would they tell Diddy, yeah, you can let them know where the bodies are buried, right? No. You plead guilty and you're taking it to.
That's why it's not hard to believe like these billionaires are really doing men. You know what I'm saying? They really doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
to trial. Okay. You don't have a right to a plea deal. Thinking, right? He's thinking that if he can give them up, maybe they'll let him swim away. Right? And it's good to think. Diddy and Jay-Z's businesses are heavily entwined, I've heard. Okay. Now we'll wait to see what comes out in the federal trial, but they have business together. Jay-Z and Beyonce were rumored to be getting a divorce. I've heard they are solid as ever. They ain't divorcing, but Beyonce is separating her assets from Jay-Z. Exactly. And maybe if she is, she better hurry up because
it's smart. It's a smart move. You don't want them to come attack your wife and your kids. Stand alone. Take your hit like a man.
The gauntlet is coming down. But Diddy thinks that if he can give up Jay-Z, now I don't know what Jay-Z's into. I don't know why Diddy would think this. Just telling you what they say. Once again, Diddy does maintain his innocence. What I'm saying is based upon my information and belief. Court records, blog articles. Of course, it's a little bit of speculation. What the streets are saying, baby, is YouTube. Read the disclaimer. You know how this mess works, all right? So I'm just telling you what I think. Don't believe me. Please go do your own research. Please go do your own research and come back to the comments and tell me what you think, okay? But they have business together. Diddy somehow thinks that they would love to have Jay-Z more because Jay-Z got Beyonce. And if he can throw Jay-Z to the wolves, maybe the feds might feast on Jay-Z and Beyonce because, again, higher. The only thing that, if this is true, that Diddy might be discounting is the fact that, like, baby, they've been investigating you for how many years? They've been on you for how many years? You have pissed off everyone. Even the alt-right is jumping in on this. Even Donald Trump Jr. is talking about his ex-wife said you did something to Kim Porter. Everybody and the mom is on this. Baby, once the alt-right gets in and the QAnon, once they get you, baby, you ain't going. You literally are going to be with OJ. So what does he think that he can offer with Jay-Z? If he's thinking about that, they got the same businesses, right? Diddy was the front man. He has been rumored to be involved in criminal money laundering. We'll see what comes out in the trial.
Are you tired of that property?
Listen, if he's able to give up Jay-Z, I can see him doing it. I could totally see him. I could see him giving up anybody. On some real shit, dude is scared. And I feel like they are all going out of their way to try to act as if they're not affected. it seems like once that report came out where somebody was like, yeah, well, if I was their lawyer, I'd tell them to go out and, you know, even if they're thinking about it, go out and act like you're having the best time. Go out and do what you usually do. Go out and act like everything's fine. Go out and act like everything's normal. Don't let them see you blah, blah, blah. When that moment hit, it seemed like they all seen that video and they just was out here capping. Anyway, we're about to run some video of Freddie P. Listen to what this dude says, y'all. When he's done, hit that like button.
I don't think Kevin Hart and his wife got it. None of these guys got love stories from these women. These women just mysteriously pop up and be their women. You know why? Because these women are rotated in these parties for years. They already part of the cult. These women are already done the ritual. They are sent to these men to keep eyes on these men. These men have kids with these women. These women are the Illuminati eyes and ears. Ain't no love story. You see, every one of them got to get rid of their black bitch. If they keep their black bitch, she got to be with the shits like T.I. wife, motherfucking Gabrielle Union. She got to be a fucking freak if you going to keep your black wife. If not, you got to get up out of here because this life we live in is too many secrets and we'll sacrifice somebody for it. It'll cost a lot. So you see, Kevin Hart got rid of his wife. Dwayne Wade, the only reason he kept Gabrielle because she was already part of the group. She already done been in the ritual. They only get women that's in the ritual, then they send them at these guys in these parties. I want to tell these athletes too who keep marrying these light skinned. These women are sent to you. They are sent to you to keep eyes and ears on you. Y'all don't have love stories with these women y'all grow with or y'all marry when y'all. The reason being because they are sent. These women are already in the party. They already been ran through. They're sent to keep eyes on you. Guess what? I'm going to give you $200 million. Let me know everything this nigga doing. The moment he decided to act the fool and turn Cat Williams on me, we going to pull everything from him like we did Kanye, and you going to take the other half like him. You hear me? That's the game plan. I even hate to say it. It's like when they pass you money, they want you to pass it back down into their circle somehow, some way. They sick these women on you and call them women of class. These women are already in the party, done been to these rituals, done been passed through every rapper, every this and that. But they sent to these men. They don't have no love. None of these dudes have love stories with these women. None of them. These women are already cycled, passed around women. That's why they get the same women. Because these women are controlled by the Illuminati. They eyes and ears. The moment this nigga act up, let me know. They control. Look, Kevin Hart, all them niggas, man. Ain't no real love. You seen him in the party with Diddy. Somebody about to hop in the tub and cheated on his wife already. He don't give a fuck about her. There's no love story. That woman don't love him, and he know that. All of them. You don't hear nothing about none of their wives. Those wives are sent to them from parties. These women have been in these parties, these rotations for years. They already done been passed through. They already done. They eyes and ears. They belong to billionaires. They don't belong to these small crumbs. And these billionaires passing these women off to give them their chip. This your chip. We gonna make sure we gonna marry you off. It's no different from back in the days. Every king did it to their daughter. And they do it for relationships. So people who can't see that, look at all of them. All of them got the same woman. The cat proved it. Because these women, I don't even want to go there. Basketball players. God bless the dead. Even though I love Vanessa, you feel me? Let's just be real. When we look at the facts, like, you know, look, don't even fuck with Kobe's mama and daddy, the one who did everything. That money don't even go back to our community. It don't. Our kids are passed on because they're mixed. I hate to sound when you speak the truth, you gotta. It sound like that, man. It sounds rational. It sounds harsh. The truth hurts. It's not hate. It's truth. If I say anything wrong, then I look like a hater. I'm only stating facts. These women that these basketball players and football players go to the party and meet are women that have been passed around. These are not women that come from fucking great families. They are passed around. They belong to billionaires. They done been through that. They done been humiliated. They made to keep secrets. Keep an eye on that nigga. Keep an eye on my investment. Look at Tom Brady. That ain't really love that woman, man. I've been passed around that Illuminati already. She already ballooning them. You gotta marry one of us. Somebody that got our secrets already. Or you gonna lose somebody. Mr. Jordan, Bill Cosby, every man that kept a black, only man in Hollywood that really kept a black woman. Look at Will Smith. His woman's a what? Freak. Done been passed around. She the man of the relationship. Dwayne Wade, his woman's a what? Freak. Zion Williamson, they send these women at y'all. Brothers, go to Walmart, get you a black queen, pass that shit back down to the family. Have some look at Denzel Washington. You don't hear shit from his wife. You better silence her. You want to keep her, right? She know the rules. She play by the rules by now. Denzel probably the only nigga that ever escaped it. Because of talent. Once you got that LeBron James, look at Savannah. They quiet. And I love them to death. But they got secret. They walking into something that's bigger than them. T.I. wife, I love fuck it. Ain't no disrespect. But either you gonna keep her, she better be with the shit. Or shut her mouth and get in the background. Or get this woman I got, because she gonna do everything. Shut her mouth, get in the background, lick your toe, freak your friends, whatever freak. Have sex with a donkey with that dude if he tell you to. Do every fucking thing he desire. Just make sure you marry you.
All right. So after Freddie P said that, he jumped off of social media, but then he came back because he had a few more things that he wanted to add.
You know another thing? And stop taking off for these fake ass, man. These niggas ain't leaders. Y'all know LeBron James, Kanye, Diddy, Dr. Dre. How many billionaires we got that's unheard of? Michael Jordan, all these people y'all glorify. Do y'all know they could have changed y'all life? Had they even got together and stopped the beefing, and had they just got together and just thought about the community on one accord. Magic Johnson, all these people who get that money, every time you see them, what they got around them, man. International shit. Don't you know they have the power to change your life? Don't you know they can start an investment group? It like them alone can fund low housing, because T.I. doing it on a lower rate. Them alone can get loans from the bank, unheard of, and start projects. If they start an investment group, if they not beefing and they focused on the community, every time they get the money, they run to these other people and y'all glorify him. And I love Kanye. He from God. He fuck God. When it's God people, it's God people. But do you know these people got the power to change y'all lives? So don't tell me nothing about these cowards. All these fake billionaires. Don't you know every time, they want to tell women, don't you know every time you go get your nails done, you taking away from your child's future, you taking away from your child's college fund to fund I don't even know how to say it, a jeweler's. I don't want to say a race. The fund of Asian child college fund. They not spending their money with you, but you're taking every dollar you get and run to them. Oh, I look good, look at me. You dummy, it's a game. Do you know you take it from your child every time you do that? Do you, if you get your nails done, your kid better be going to college. That's what, and do you know these people have the power to change that? Did you know that? So when y'all glorify these people, I just can't. I'm sorry, I'm passionate about that. They can start schools, hospitals. They can fucking end homelessness in our community. They can be giving out vouchers every year to single mothers and stuff they can do. And that's why they silence a nigga like me. That's why I can't have it. So don't tell me nothing about these fake celebrities who touching wee-wees in parties. Who out here doing what they got and then want to fight and want to come back and jump on the black man. Don't tell me nothing about these niggas. They don't scare me. They suckers in my eyes. That's why I can't be in the party with them. That's why they keep me away. That's why they can't rap better than me. I'm not. Everybody who ever met me say, why you not rich? Because they know how effortless I do it. I'm so disgusted with it, I don't even fucking touch the pen no more. because I know what come with this shit. Y'all glorify money. They get these niggas money because our people have nothing. We've been glorifying money. Whoever got the way, we follow him because we're looking for a way out. He got the blueprint, we want a way out. And they know this. This nigga could be dumb as hell. And you give him money, everybody will follow him. And all we do is control him. This nigga gonna do whatever we gotta say to get this money because he don't want his family to fall. He don't want that leadership to fall. He don't want his status in the black community to fall.
Asana helps you keep track of all the details in one place, so you and your team can stay focused on the work and the goals that matter most. Try it for free at asana.com.
These niggas is actions speaks louder than words. That changed my life. My brother taught me that. Actions speak louder than words. Fuck somebody say to you, what are they doing? If a nigga put his hands on you, then you act different. All that talking don't get me, bro. So when y'all look at people, y'all glorifying these suckers, all of them, man. Like every black leader, man, and I'm calling y'all out because y'all have the power to change. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, all these boys can get together and literally fund a black investment group. Collectively get a group, LLC that shit, and that shit would be worth $100 billion. But niggas rather beef and they rather get with that group of people and come take from their group of people in small increments to improve their self-wealth. Y'all keep talking about these fake leaders. I don't want to hear nothing about no nigga jet. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that sucker. Show me how many houses you got when it's home. I see homeless people. I see fucking homeless people, nigga. I'll slap the shit out some of these niggas, man. Don't tell me nothing about these niggas. Oh, they trying to destroy the black man. Destroy it and rebuild, nigga. Fuck on y'all.
Well, after Freddie P said all of that, he had some time to really think about what he was saying while he was changing.
But he actually got the right to say what he said because he was a victim of, Diddy taking his place. He was a part of making the band. He said Diddy took $42 million from them.
His hat and taking his shirt off.
They definitely was a nice percentage because I'm pretty sure they don't get all the whole 42 million, but you know what I'm saying? They all probably at least 5, 10, 15, 5 million a piece and the rest to Diddy or however, but yeah.
So then he came back and said this.
What's that? Look, let me tell a lot of people what I mean by black excellence, right? Because I ain't mean to offend my brothers. If I do that, then I can't get my message across. This from God's mouth to our ear. This is what we need to do. I understand now. Like, chill out. Street nigga trying to tell you something. Look, okay, so a long time ago, they also say, man, they keep us divided so we won't rise, woo, woo, woo. And I never got that. Whatever, it's cliche. Always heard it. But when you do the stats, you like, damn, it's the reason that Martin and Malcolm couldn't get along. It's the reason that Suge and Puffy they stayed divided. Biggie and Tupac, Jay-Z and Nas, Drake and Kanye, Nicki, Cardi, Cat Williams versus fucking Kevin Hart, Michael, LeBron, Kobe. It don't matter what. It's a reason that they pit us against each other. Let me tell you why, real quick. Kanye, Drake, listen. NBA Youngboy, Dirt, listen. Do you understand what happens? We're fighting for a visible number one spot. When the whole time we top 10. We top 10. Mm-hmm. Why are we fighting for number one? All we got to do is sit down to a table and unite. Do you understand what happens if Kevin Hart and Cat Williams get together and start a production company and a talent agency? Now, if you don't hire us or give us the budget we want, our comedians won't work for you. We changing black media. Yeah. You hear what I'm saying? We could have all them boys get together and get an investment group, BBC, pun intended.
They need us.
Fuck the world.
They need us.
Billionaire Boys Club, but they can take it for what they want to take it for.
Just come together. They cannot stop. They need
if Kanye hug Drake, everybody get their fake ass beats out the way that ain't got no blood involved, like real street niggas do. They can end wars in Chicago with influence. Change laws, politics. It starts with them uniting, putting on a suit, getting together, starting an investment firm. That's what I meant. If they get together, they can help rebuild every inner city in every state.
And the thing is, it won't it won't. They won't miss it. Whatever they invest in it, they're gonna triple it. Like it's gonna make so much. Like they won't miss it.
Profitable. Look at Detroit, waiting to be rebuilt. It's things we can do, but it takes for them to get together, and it takes donations in politics. It takes influence in the educational system. We could own they can own black bacon. We do the home developments, give out housing loans, give out opportunities to people that work for their companies.
Pass on the black bacon. No black bacon. No black bacon. Pass on.
Their kids can have incentives to go to school now and get an education, because when you get out, you can work for our law firm, our hospitals, you can teach at our schools. The LeBron James Charter School, the Kanye West Musical School of Arts, the Jay-Z, whatever vocational, whatever they want to call it. The Sean Carter vocation. You understand what I'm saying? Real black excellence. And it take us to get together. And it take a nigga like me to say, man, hey, man, y'all niggas ain't even really cut like that. How real is you if you sending another nigga out there? Yeah, you have to come kill me. But how real is you if you sending niggas that you supposedly love out there to hurt other brothers because you have an issue with them? You don't love the people next to you if you send them on a mission for something you won't do. That's the difference with me. I always been able to do this shit on my own. I won't send my dogs to do some shit. I'm gonna jump in the car and tell them niggas chill. But it's time to be past all that ignorant shit. We still fighting for scraps. They like, why black on black crime? Black on black crime start it started at the top. This is a time in our life where we have the most prominent figures throughout all of history. Most influence. And we buying chains, going to strip clubs, abusing our women, disrespecting our women, disrespecting our sister, disrespecting our mother, killing our brother. While the spotlight on us. For the very first time, everybody in history get to see that those from the past are telling lies. And what we do when we get the light, we want to go to strip clubs. We want to be hugged all up with those who didn't care about us. It's crazy, dog. I just want my brothers to do better. Do you understand what y'all could do together? Jay-Z, Dr. Dre's, everybody. Drake, Kanye, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
They understand what they could do together, but they'll be so much of a threat they will get attacked. Like how Diddy getting attacked right now. They ain't gonna let that shit happen. The people on higher ups, they ain't gonna let that shit happen, man. You know what? I can't even imagine what will happen if that takes place.
Everybody, Kevin Durant, the future billionaire Stephen Curry. Not only those, there's other black men outside the business, rich parts, other people outside the business. We gonna
think these billion-dollar companies gonna let that shit happen, man. They will, man. They ruthless. People get knocked off.
The talent agencies, we could run the entertainment business. We could have brought back Spotify, YouTube, black banking, housing developments, real estate developments, education programs. We can give out scholarships to law students, doctors, build black hospitals, give them jobs, give them incentives that when they get out, they're going to have opportunity. Kids don't even want to go to school no more. It's hard to say, because I'm not picking on them brothers. I love them brothers. I'm telling them what God wants them to do. I'm telling them what I would be doing if I was the billionaire. I would tell them, Kanye, sit your ass down, man. Shut up, bro. We love you. Your clothes don't even be hot as you think it is, bro. We love you. We support you. Stupid. Stop running around. You're like, I ain't God. No, you're not, bro. You work for God, bro. And I love what you do. To take on them at
you do something like that, you're gonna have to make it a secret society. You cannot televise it, or it's gonna be a problem.
At that level and to jeopardize so much because the man of God don't compromise. We don't care nothing about no money. So I respect you on another level. However, you're defeating the purpose, and you're a contradiction to everything that you say you're standing for. So it's hard to support foolishness. You need to go hug your brother. Drake, you need to hug Kanye. We all need to get to a fucking table, not we as in me, you guys, and develop a plan to rebuild your fucking community. Because God giving you opportunities and it's only getting better. The next LeBron was born today. He gonna be born today and was probably born yesterday. So when they get to y'all level, we want to be already 100 members deep into the Billionaire Boys Club. Everybody a billionaire. 100 man investment group. Everybody, you can't get F when everything is worked out through percentages. Everybody want to be a part of something great. They always tell me about game bangers. Go on the corner and ask niggas, do they want a job? That's worth it. And see how many of them niggas leave that corner. 95%, that's why they're not giving it to them.
Did you know June is National Great Outdoors Month? It's the perfect time to get outside and explore all that nature has to offer. So we're giving away these incredible...
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Ray J and Jay-Z have been suspiciously missing from the limelight ever since the allegation against Diddy went to the authorities. Ray J's even gone as far as to say he pleads the fifth about Diddy's freak-offs, the one time he's been caught by paparazzi. In fact, Ray J's been pleading the fifth on Diddy quite a lot lately. Word has it that Jay-Z's private island with its own airport is heavily connected with Diddy's sex trafficking activities.
Like when the feds rolled up, with the fucking Hummers and shit, they're like, it wasn't about Diddy. It was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself. So go in there with all the things and rip any tapes.
I said that. I said this. I said this. I said this shit. I said too many powerful people with money might have been on it at them parties, and they probably like, man, fuck that. Send the FBI in there to get this shit for me. You know what I'm saying? They got money. Man, go get that shit. I need them tapes. I said this.
Or any evidence.
Because he not charged with nothing. They just ran in there and did that, man. I said this shit.
Now the whole thing's got a really Jeffrey Epstein feel and vibe to it, don't it?
Okay, are you ready? Drum roll.
I said it.
Drake. Oprah. J-Lo. A-Rod. Will Smith.
You gotta think about it. The Prince and all type of motherfuckers, dog. All type of super rich, all type of powerful people was at his parties.
Alicia Keys. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. DJ Khaled. Chris
And just like Epstein's Island, the Flavor Camp host parties had all sorts of celebrities coming in.
Yeah, tell them stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like buses, like big ass buses. You see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want him out there to go.
And if 50 Cent's Instagram reposts have anything to say about it, these parties also contain truckloads of minors for celebrities to play with, too.
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the nigga that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest.
sensei.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy
Yep.
D was
And
found
most of them
dead,
all,
face
guess
down
what?
in the heart
Died
attack.
from heart
Andre
attacks.
Harrell, heart attack.
Damn.
Then they brought in R. Kelly to do that song for her.
Yeah, everybody had heart attacks.
That she had to use auto-tune to sing because her lungs were so jacked up from all the smoking.
Everybody have heart attacks.
And you know, a lot of people didn't know she was a heavy smoker. She was a chain smoker. She smoked 3 packs of Newport a day and still could sing like that. But when you add in the cocaine or the crack, and then the this and the that, and then but you know, they pledge allegiance to Clive too.
Jeez.
Well, you know, Ray J was kind of down on his luck because the whole bullshit had happened, and then, you know, Whitney was dead and he was using her, as he's said himself, for clout, and then all of a sudden he got love in hip hop. LA after Whitney died.
In fact, the similarities between the way Jay-Z, Ray J, R. Kelly, and Diddy have operated are endless, and it's only fair to think that they're all working together.
Feeling good? Oh, you put that thing on the. So you see how we do it here on the Saturdays. This is what it's about to be. I mean, look at my mantras real quick. We need that one bigger. You feel it? More. Yeah, more. Let's go celebrate.
Now, these guys have made more money between them than they know what to do with.
Maybe everybody, even Diddy's biggest friends, or as some people like to refer to them, their co-conspirators, are doing everything they can to liquidate this assets because they are ready for something so groundbreaking, so earth-shaking, that's going to ravish not just the music industry, but the entertainment industry, that everybody is liquidating assets, getting their ducks in a row, and companies that do business with these people are also liquidating.
How do celebrities like Justin Bieber and The Rock generate hundreds of millions of dollars? It's
assets to get them off of the board. So when things start to actually blow up, it won't be another Revolt TV or Diego Alcohol where they have to publicly separate themselves.
And where there's money, there's business ties that need to be untangled in a time like this.
Yo, what's cracking? You know what it is. It's your homeboy Ice Cube. And some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people would be like, what? Who? Come on, man, stop playing. So ever since I put out the contract with Black America, you know they've been fucking with me. Here and there, this and that. But it's cool, you know. I expect that. You know, I've been working with, you know, on the big three for a long time, and you know how they've been fucking with me with that. I done made it, you know, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. You know, the NBA been fucking with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA? Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do, when I say work with us, is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream media, you know, they ain't fucking with us. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We still on the rise without these motherfuckers. So we don't need them, you don't need them. You know? So what am I gonna do to deal with these motherfucking gatekeepers? Well, what I'm gonna do is go on a Fuck the Gatekeepers podcast tour. And I'm going to go talk to everybody, you know, and get a chance to get my message out to the people. Be able to let people hear from me, you know. And you know, you might agree, you might not. But the important thing is, you know, for me to go on these platforms, say what I feel about what I think. And, you know, some people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing. And it's gonna be a crazy summer. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate y'all. Always support the big three. Hopefully I'm doing stuff that you guys dig. You know, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for people that's bored as fuck in the summer with summer sports and want something cool like the big three. So here we are. Appreciate you. Much love, much respect from your homeboy Ice Cube. Remember that.
Now, you might recall that Ice Cube put out a warning that there's something a lot more sinister going on behind the scenes in the industry.
Because my main account is banned where all of my Diddy blind items from this month are, I'm just going to do all the March 2024 Diddy blind items so we can see the lead up to this. Starting off March 1st, and this is Little Rod, Rodney Jones, Sean Diddy Combs, and this is the male victim that came forward. It's pretty easy to tell that whoever wrote the recent lawsuit against the wannabe rapper / producer reads this website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes. They've been reporting.
I think she reportedly missing. She came up missing, y'all. On the real. This girl came up missing.
To them instead of the police for the past fucking 20 years, and they just corroborate the actual little crimes that, you know, 3 homes got raided for today because of. Okay, this next one's also from March 1st. They call Diddy Mr. Freakoff.
Yeah, y'all can look it up. The TikTok girl that was reporting Diddy and Jay-Z and stuff like that. This girl right here, she's reportedly missing.
Mr. Freakoff isn't the only one who asked for straight men to be delivered to his hotel room when he is in London. Just ask the Unlocked blogger, and that's Jason Lee.
This is Diddy Files 10. I think my Diddy Files 9 or 8. You can check it out. I got it on there.
And the weather boxer, Floyd Mayweather, this British rapper, and that's Giggs, and the socialite with the star in his name target dealers who want the extra cash, who are sure to be discreet because they have girlfriends. This is why the powerful rapper, and that's 50, is always mocking them and why they're too afraid to say anything back. He's seen the videos.
Recently, a TikToker trying to expose him was also found mysteriously dead.
Count the beginning of April. I'm sorry, March.
Yeah, well, found dead.
EVE Online on Mac immerses you in a universe with thousands of.
Yeah, found dead.
March. I just find that interesting. Do you guys see how like all of these chips were kind of falling? This is why I'm also so pissed.
I think that's crazy. She found dead.
My name's not here anymore because I had captured this all in real time. And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone. This one aged so well, you guys. So this is about Little Rod, the male victim that filed a lawsuit against Diddy. Publicly, there are more, but they just haven't publicly done anything. And then TD Jakes, General High Beauty. The lawsuit filed by the producer claims Mr. Booty Grabber planned to use the televangelist, so now Diddy is Mr. Booty Grabber in this, use the televangelist to clean up his image after the first lawsuit with the singer. Why was he so sure the televangelist would risk his own reputation to save his? Look no further than the secret recordings and what he knows about his daughter's adoption. Except, listen, TD Jake, save yourself because you got nothing to clean up. It's been raided. Everything. And finally, Simon Cowell, Sean Diddy Combs, Ryan Seacrest, The Wanted, glad he came. And this is on, by the way, Simon Cowell is rumored to be a notorious harem holder. Kind of like Diddy. The music competition judge / record exec, and that Simon Cowell is worried that he is next to face the Mr. Freakoff treatment. Okay, so let's rate Simon Cowell's harem next. not only because of the things he may have done, but because of what he didn't do to protect contestants from the closeted radio exec, and that's Ryan Seacrest, who preyed on them. This same radio exec was behind the formation of the boy band The Wanted, who was glad you came, and that's a really gross pun right there in the blind item. Those are all the March 2024 blind items on Diddy. Probably more to come, I would say, but it all ended with March 25th, 3 of Diddy's homes get raided and 2 of his sons got arrested.
Leaving us to wonder just how far beyond the law exactly their reach extends.
Y'all don't see the lineup? Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up
on the real. Her in Orlando, people be thinking they be crazy, and I'm not saying that what she's saying about Jay-Z is real valid or whatever, but they be speaking some real shit. People be thinking they be crazy though.
Dame Dash stole his life identity and took his love.
If you think about it, the people that speak the facts and speak the real shit, people always think they fucking crazy all the time.
Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be.
But Ray J already making moves, trying to sell off his assets and cut ties with Diddy. Jay-Z's intentions with his island are unclear, but it seems like he's starting to play the long game.
Hey. We're art storefronts, and we're not a marketplace. When fine artists and photographers are...
The Shade Room says, law enforcement tells TMZ that they plan to reach out to Kanye and Whitenesses for details. I did not put that there. The Shade Room put that there like that. They put Whitenesses, not me. You follow what I'm saying? I just read what it says. But this is a fine time, right, to address racism at this point. Now, some folks show up in our comment section, right, and they state that I'm low-key racist, right? They state that, you know what I mean? Like, they don't like what I said about old boy, okay? The YouTuber, right? Now, I might could be racist, just like everybody else is relative. I might could be racist. It's very possible, although I don't think so, okay? Here's the thing, though. People tend to mix up the differences between racist, racial, prejudice, and stereotype. So let's provide some assistance to the people, okay? Racism is when someone discriminates against another person based on race, believing, that's the key word here, that one race is superior or inferior to another race, okay? That's racism. Something being racial relates to race or ethnicity.
That's why I feel like another thing too, everybody needs to stop saying, because I got white people in my family, Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? So I don't got nothing against white people or nothing like that. People need to stop just saying like, you know, power to the black people, whatever, you know, but people need to stop saying like, oh, the black people need to get out of this because it's white people and white young kids and people like that in the industry that got played too, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just needs to come together, period.
Me pointing out differences between races is racial. It is not racist, okay? Prejudice is a preconceived opinion about someone based on stereotypes without real knowledge, almost like I'm prejudging. And stereotype is a fixed, oversimplified idea about a group of people. So, racist is about a superiority complex of one race over another race, okay? Racial is about identity. Prejudice is about a preconceived notion, and stereotype is about fixed ideas. As a black man, right? You know what I mean? If I feel like as a black man, I'm not qualified to speak on Japanese culture outside of expressing my admiration for their culture. You follow what I'm saying? Or discussing the differences of Japanese culture from American culture. Eminem shows appreciation for the black culture, okay? Wu-Tang Clan shows appreciation for Asian culture. If I'm black going into Japan and I focus on this Japanese guy is a rat and that Japanese guy is a rat and he shouldn't get any respect because he told, and this one is problematic because I'm not part of that Japanese culture. I'm a guest in that culture. You follow what I'm saying, man? You ain't gonna go to Saudi Arabia doing all of that. Like, I saw DJ Vlad speaking to Boosie, right? On being invited to the barbecue, right? And Vlad made an interesting statement. He said, surely I could come into the barbecue, right? I know y'all would let me in. I was over there watching, like, did he just invite himself? Imagine someone coming to a party at your house and they showed up at your door like, I know you're going to let me in, right? Why? Why should we let you in? You sound as if I should be thrilled that you graced us with your presence. You know what I'm saying? Look, Steven is out here, bro. You like Steven? Yeah, the Django. You follow what I'm saying? All the stuff I say about niggas out here, that's 21, right? All the stuff I say about niggas, 22. And look who Steven runs to protect. You follow what I'm saying? 1090 Jake and whatnot. Source, hit me with that Steven clip for your boy. Steven's all over the place. Now,
I don't think 1090 Jake actually target black people. I think that it's more black rappers and stuff like that that's like got more problems going on and just got more beef and shit like that, always into something, than it is other cultures. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what people pay attention to, the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So the majority is the black people. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that he do it on purpose. Like, oh, I'm gonna just pick the black rappers, because ain't too many white rappers that's living a set, you know? It's common sense. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Let me hop over to my shout outs real quick, okay? Walter Drake. He said, bruh, stop. You just don't like 1090 Jake.
Yeah,
to be honest.
People just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. But at the same time, yeah.
You hide behind an anonymous moniker. You shouldn't be hating on anyone else doing the same thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been cuffing with you the long way. But at this point, you just being extra. It's like you throwing stones from a hidden spot. Somebody came behind him and said, 1090 Jake is a clown. Another person said, who is 1090 Jake? Another person said, facts. I don't know what they're saying facts to. My thought process was this. Am I forced to like 1090 Jake? I have to like 1090 Jake. I could choose to not like whoever I want, regardless of whether they do the thing that I do. You follow what I'm saying, man? I have to like him? What law says I gotta like him?
Well,
Kentrell.
Well, stop sugarcoating it and just say you don't like him because you don't like him. Don't say you don't like him because he target black people.
Hicks answered the question of who is 1090 Jake and said this is what Kentrell said. He said he's a nobody blogger that be putting people's paperwork out there for no reason other than views. Yeah. I don't have to like anybody. Yeah.
And then people be so funny with this shit. Or he just another. I'm just fair and honest, man. I'm not standing up for 1090 Jake. I ain't even subscribed to his channel. But that's all motherfuckers pay attention to is the bullshit. That's what's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? People pay attention to the bullshit, the paperwork, and who snitching and who killing who, and that's the shit that get you millions of views. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Well Connected said, celeb. He said, celeb could come off as selectively, casually racist. I mean, perhaps I could come off as that. I'll accept that. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying I might sound like that. I don't think one race is superior to another by a long shot. You follow what I'm saying? Not by a long shot. There are great.
Don't let the internet, it just comes to my mind, not even trying to keep cutting off the video. Don't let the internet interrupt your creativity when you creating your content, because people will make you jump off a fucking bridge. The people, the consumer, the people that's in the comments and shit, they will make your ass jump off the bridge. They will make you throw your life away. Motherfuckers say, your friend got killed. Oh, you ain't gonna slide. Why you ain't slide? As soon as you go slide and kill them, they gonna say, oh, your ass dumb as hell. You dumb as hell. You done sent yourself up. Like,
great things black people do, great things white people do,
what you
great
want.
things Asian people do.
However
You know what I'm saying?
Good or bad.
No one has the, like, you know what I mean? No one is the best race. So let me make that clear. Javaris said, why you hating on 1090 Jake?
Right, because
I
at
lost.
the end of the day, we all got the same type of same energy, the same when you bleed, what color you bleed? What color do I bleed? When your heart stop, what happened to you? When my heart stop, what's gonna happen to me? You got a brain in your head, I got a brain in mine. We got the same shit.
Lost respect for your opinion after what you said about 1090 Jake. What you said is incorrect and was quite lame, if I may say so myself. Red Sox saying, ouch, got him. Red Sox from Boston. Ain't that where 1090 Jake's from? Listen, man. Yeah. Like, all right. So, Smooth Brother came through and said, Celeb, 1090 Jake didn't snitch. He lied and took a charge to protect the family.
Yeah, people be.
Okay. So upon going back, I think I misread what Rick Ross posted, right? Rick Ross tried to say 1090 Jake is a rat. 1090 Jake said, nah, the gun that I had was in such and such's room in the closet underneath the green shirt. Okay. So I think my understanding is some folks are clarifying the situation and saying, no, 1090 Jake didn't snitch. He essentially took a charge for somebody. Okay, fine. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. And lastly, the Invisible Man said this. They said, so a content creator is a parasite because they expose the truth about public figures. Isn't that exactly what you do? Now, I had to give the response. I might as well read it out while we're here, while we're talking about it.
All I'm gonna say is it's a dirty job, but somebody gotta do it.
Okay. I'm almost positive I said it in English, right? That 1090 Jake, as far as I'm concerned, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm in my feelings, right? I feel like he's parasitic of the culture, black culture. Okay. He highlights only the negatives of black culture as opposed to trying to present the good deeds that happen within the culture along with the misdeeds. Okay. So we over here at Celeb Source, we tell you about Ashanti getting engaged. We tell you about J. Cole's apology. We tell you about Dame Dash and his network that he's trying to promote. We tell you about Ice Cube exposing labels that work against the black culture. We tell
on my channel, I just want to say I'm gonna tell you about the shiesty ass police that's killing people. I'm gonna tell you about the rapist ass janitors that's raping kids, that's paying kids to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna target the artists and entertainers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak on the fucking migrate crisis that's going on everywhere. Shit in New York, Chicago, and the fucking the subways in New York. How the crazy ass shit going on in the subways in New York. Like, people dying and they pushing people on tracks and all type of crazy ass shit.
Tell you about NBA YoungBoy getting arrested. That's negative. But Finesse 2 times saying he don't want no smoke with YoungBoy. That's positive. Casa not responsibly checking his fan base that was wilding out in New York. That's positive. Breakfast Club leaving Atlanta. That is what it is. Cardi B learning how to drive. It's funny. Women speaking against whole culture. That's positive. Styles P wanting real hip hop and not murder. Ye running for president. Beyonce dropping the country album, promoting other black country artists. We promote black businesses with free promo to at least 10K viewers a week. We don't take money for that. We highlight your comments, giving you an opportunity to get the message out to 10K people a night. And you're implying that I'm parasitic. You don't know what parasite means. We even highlighted your comments, the Invisible Man, but we're parasitic. Come on, man. Like, I think when folks check me, they should at least have a grasp, right, of the definitions of words that they're working with. Let's get back to it, okay? To continue with Kanye's situation, because that was just a sidebar, okay? Milo Yiannopoulos, ain't she the one that was bringing a lawsuit against Kanye? I think she was. Anyway, Milo Yiannopoulos, right? She continued
for this to be Diddy Files. It didn't went into all that other shit, but so we just gonna let it play out.
You to expound on what happened with Ye. She said The dude didn't just grab Bianca or anything like that. She said, quote, "A stranger grabbed Bianca is grossly inadequate as a description of what happened. Bianca was physically assaulted. The assailant didn't merely collide into her. He put his hands under her dress, directly on her body. He grabbed her waist, spun her around, and then blew her kisses. She was battered and sexually assaulted," close quote. Yeah, that's totally what happened as far as I'm concerned. Okay, you can't just be like, oh, surely I could grab her, right? You know, put your hands under someone's wife's dress directly on top of, grab her waist, spin her around. Look, he should be charged for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be charged for that. Yeah. How the hell is Ye getting in trouble for protecting his wife? Yeah. What the hell kind of country is this? A man can't protect his wife? It's a circus over here. And for those that think, well, you know, she's always dressing half naked, so I get to touch her.
Oh, that's his wife.
I feel sorry for your mother. You follow what I'm saying? Like, not only did your mama do a bad job, because you don't know that you shouldn't do that regardless of how she dresses, but your mama probably should have, well, I just feel sorry for her.
And
okay?
she's a fashion designer. She's a fucking fashion designer. That's why she dressed like that. People don't even know. She a fashion designer, dog.
Let me give you this one right quick, okay? Look, we might be a little bit older, right? Just like some of us listeners, okay? When we see celebrities just as people that have been popularized by the media, which is something that I, with an anonymous moniker, would not want to do. You follow? I don't want to be popular, okay? Being a ghostwriter of sorts is incredible to me. I'm getting my ideas, right? I'm out without the headache that comes with popularity. You know what I'm saying? I don't care whether you know me. Just get the ideas. Listen, adults may not be impressed with celebrities, but kids, the youth, they'll lose their mind. They'll cry if their favorite artist gets arrested. So when a kid meets a celebrity, it's devastating when the celebrity acts arrogantly towards the kid, which is what Fat Joe did. And Fat Joe also apologize for having to do that. I want you to take a listen to what your Puerto Rican Uncle Fat Joe did. Take a look.
I want to say sorry.
Hey, you! Stop what you're watching right now.
I'm telling you, your favorite artist might be a whole ass, man, a sucker. Not like, you know, just might be just not who you think you is. You meet them in person, like you fuck around and meet your favorite entertainer artist, and they might be a straight asshole. I ain't gonna say no names. I experienced it.
Now, if you drive your car less than 100 miles a day, then I'm...
To the kid at SneakerCon. He came to ask me some questions. I was like, yo, I got sneakers older than you. I just felt bad. I got sneakers older than you. Sneakers older than you. Don't play with me, boy. And I rarely talk back. But if you see this video where the kid was trying to interview me and I start talking about the Louis Vuitton, that was wrong. I don't know what kind of arrogant shit I was on. And Shorty was too young. I was talking shit, but he's too...
I got sneakers older than you. Don't play with me, boy. You look silly as hell, Fat Joe.
Young to understand that.
Of course he is. That video don't even look right. People probably got on your ass. Like, dog, you look retarded as a motherfucker talking to that kid like that.
He just wanted an interview and he didn't deserve that.
Yo, shout out to your Puerto Rican Uncle Fat Joe for the course correction, man. That man came on social media, the grand stage of the world, social media, and he apologized out loud after J. Cole was brutally attacked verbally online for apologizing. Fat Joe came through and apologized to Lil Bro. I thought that was beautiful. You know what I mean? It was humble, it was masculine, it was what a real man does. And I respect that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fat Joe for that. Fat Joe with the court.
He went back, he was in mode. He probably went back and saw that video, or somebody one of his real homies probably pointed out, like, dog, you look silly. Or somebody, a girl, his wife, somebody probably like, you look silly doing that on camera. That looks silly.
That's correct. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
look, we here at Celeb Source want to give our flowers to moments like that in hip hop culture, which a lot of people will not highlight. You follow what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my Fat Joe the flowers that he deserves for that. Okay, to our hip hop legends. Look, salute for that. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Fat Joe at the marriage supper. You know what I'm saying? You like, marriage supper? What you talk about? I mean, look, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Look. If you don't know about the marriage supper, you might not have an invite. and you're gonna need an invite. You follow what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, let me give you some more good news. Okay, Ashanti and Nelly are getting married. And I know a lot of y'all ninjas is punching the air right now. You know what I mean? Y'all done lathered up your legs, or you thought you had a shot with Ashanti, but you can forget all that. Okay, you know what I mean? Because Nelly done came back around the corner with that country grammar. You know what I mean? And now Ashanti got the baby bump. Source, can we get a clip of the baby bump, please?
What's his name? Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti punching the air. Irv Gotti is punching the air right now. Irv Gotti running into the wall.
You're like, oh, fantastic. She's having a baby. When she was married, yeah. I was about to get to that. Nelly popped the question to Ashanti. What did she post? She posted this. She posted, let me see if I can pull it up here. She said, quote, "This new year of my life is such a blessing full of love, hope, and anticipation. Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience."
Baby up in here, she ain't spinning back on Irv Gotti at all. I'm gonna put a ring and a baby on this one.
I wasn't aware that he not apologized, but he proposed to her. But congratulations to the two of them. If I ain't said it.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas be in their bag. You know what I'm saying? So when they first was together, he probably was in his bag, and then he lost her. And then so many years were not being with her. He probably like, damn man, I played myself and type shit. You know what I'm saying? Got back with her like, fuck that, I'm going all the way. I'm gonna get her pregnant and put a ring on her finger.
Before, you know what I mean? And sometimes artists look into the comment section to see what the people are saying. And we have a comment section here. So if you want, you never know if Ashanti and Nelly are watching, you could throw them some congratulations for what they do, just in case they scouring the net and stuff like that and want to know about news about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Nelly and Ashanti. Nelly, that's a big man move. You know what I mean? The beginning of a family. I love it. Okay. Oh, let me throw this out here to those of y'all in LA. Okay. Bojangles is set to open restaurants in Los Angeles. Them plastic surgeons are about to make a killing because everybody about to be fat over there. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Now, Bojangles is incredible. Gilly and Wallow have seen the hip-hop feud between Kendrick, Metro Boomin, Ross, Weeknd, Future, and Drake, okay? Gilly has heard the disses, and he is not impressed. Take a listen. On the big podcast, take a listen real quick.
I also think I'm with three people that are qualified to talk about what's happening right now. I'm seeing some people say, wow, so mature, J. Cole. I'm seeing some.
Sure, it was Jay's a guy, great dude.
Respect.
It was a total move, bro. First of all, let's just be honest, bro. That's not no diss record. The Big Three. It's just Big Me. If that's a diss record, that's corny. I'm just being the last time I checked, diss records went like this. First off, give the click you claim. Yeah. West Side, when we ride, come equipped with game. Yeah. You claim to be a player, but I your wife. Yeah. We bust on bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, my
no Vaseline. You know what I mean?
Fan, a phony, a snake, a stand. I still with you 36 in a karate class. You Tabo, trying to work it out, trying to get brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. Those was diss records.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dwayne Carter, you get stunned in his mouth. You Birdman daughter, that was diss records. Not no the Big Three. It's just Big Me.
Tell them boys take that fucking Vaseline off their face and take the gloves off and fight. You did.
This is what you said. You were like, this is nothing.
It's not no diss record.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And then even J. Cole responds. Your first album was hot. Your second album wasn't. Your third album, they gassed it. Then what is we talking about, man? Diss records used to be like, you, buddy.
Yeah.
You can't with me. Or that's like to say, oh, we gonna go play one-on-one. We gonna talk to each other. We gonna play one-on-one, but we ain't really trying to win the game. No, I'm just happy you when you get out here.
And my aspect was this, J. Cole could do what he wants. Anybody can do what he wants. But we had the chance to see hip hop at its highest level, take it back to the essence of what was about without anybody getting shot.
Right, because
none
make the
of them
money
was
out,
gonna
I
shoot
do
each
that.
other. So
Right.
for because I ain't gonna front, it's like a bandit. We have a big abandoned audience that was abandoned because they really ain't got too much to listen to except they listen to old stuff or whatever. But it's like it was time to show, lead by example of this. How we just rapping. Ain't nobody gonna get shot, slapped. We ain't beefing. Ain't nobody gonna get killed. It was time to show hip hop. But it's like we come to a place now that if you diss somebody based off of whatever it is, you're a hater. That's not hip hop. Everybody was going, and back in the day, everybody went at each other. Even in the night, everybody had something going. No, I don't like him. I'm going at him. I'm going at him. So it was just like, damn, Jay.
Yeah, but if you look at it right, we living in a friendly culture, man.
It is friendly.
If you look at the basketball players, man, them like each other. They be on opposite teams, man.
Hanging out.
They be hanging out, man. What you doing after the game tonight?
Yeah, traveling with each other.
You going to Charlie's? I'm gonna pull up. What? Doc and Bird was soccer.
Y'all know damn well this shit ain't. I mean, to a certain extent, I guess the rich motherfuckers in the music industry, they friendly, but look at the young ones. The young ones ain't friendly. Everybody riding around with 30s and they killing each other. Straight up.
Each other.
Dude, I tried to ask Doc about that recently, and he was
would not
still
talk
tight
about
about it.
Right, because they
decades later.
Yeah, no, he was
because
mad.
they really was a real rivalry. Like they wasn't playing no.
And shit, back in the day, it wasn't like that. It was rap battle. They was rapping against each other. Nowadays, you say some shit. They feel now, nigga feelings hurt, and he feel disrespected. Now he gonna come kill you and all your friends.
Games I'm
Bird
win.
didn't give who you was.
Right.
Everybody didn't care back then.
Now it's like everybody's friends. You the game going on. He not even kicking it with his own teammates. He down there busting it up.
I just hate about it is that hip hop, the way it was started, the foundation, everybody's changing it. And they're saying this is hip hop. And like, you're right. I was like, okay, he said something as a fan. I'm just waiting for the next response. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we excited.
We're excited. Like, okay, but you're right. His side wasn't gonna do nothing. His side wasn't gonna do nothing. So like,
That's the best part about it. You're like, okay, we about to get
biggest in the game.
We about to
They
get
were
a friendly
smart.
competition, and nobody's going to get hurt.
Yo, I love how everyone is 1,000% positive that they're not going to shoot each other. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. That's kind of interesting to watch. Like they know, like, oh, this is gonna be a lyrical fest. It's not gonna be a murder fest. Now look, Tupac and Biggie were both murdered, but they were murdered by each other. You know what I mean? It's other people. They were murdered by things. You know what I'm talking about? Were you like by the same thing? I mean, I wasn't there, so I think they were murdered by thing. Anyway, listen, NBA young boy. We told you yesterday that he was arrested. Okay, he's facing charges, but let me tell you something, man, boy. You know how many charges he faced? He's facing 63 charges. That's how many charges he's facing. You know what I mean?
He fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up. And you know what really fucked him up is he was on the phone. They heard this man on the phone. He thought he had the phone on mute. He thought he had the phone on mute when he was talking to the pharmacy. And then when the police, he on house arrest, getting fraudulent scripts for his addiction. And when the police, they heard him on the phone for one. They got him on the phone. He thought he had the phone on mute when he was talking in the background. For two, they come in his house and find the fucking prescription bottles, like the prescription, the papers from the fraudulent name, from the prescriptions. They found them at his house. Then they find guns. He on house arrest for guns already. It's over with.
I mean, some of y'all can barely count.
You got a good lawyer. Hopefully, they show some lenient, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an addiction, and it ain't like he was selling pills, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it's still fraud, but yeah.
To 63. This man's being charged. 63. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. Okay. The man was arrested.
He should have been having somebody else to do all that shit. And should none of them fucking prescriptions came to his house. Like, they should have ripped that shit off the bottle as soon as they pulled off from Walgreens. That was just so he did it to himself. Nobody ain't gonna even be able to come and be like, take the case for him. Like, it's bad.
Been booked yesterday. He currently has no bond, and new charges threatened his federally approved house arrest, which prosecutors were already trying to revoke. This is according to DJ Academics. After
that's another thing too. He told them people that he wasn't gonna stop doing drugs. This is before this shit happened. They told him that he had to stop doing drugs. He tell them people he ain't gonna stop doing drugs now, and then he get to taking pictures on social media, him laying on the ground with all these fucking Zans in his hand, bottle of Zans on the floor. That's showing these are the Zans and shit that they was getting from the fraudulent prescriptions.
They claimed he was doing drugs and they asked him to stop. He told them no. Okay. Apparently, NBA, let me see one more time.
He told them people no, instead of even faking it off, like fucking, I'm gonna tell them, yeah, I'm gonna stop and use fake piss or whatever you had to do. You told them people no, and they got you on house arrest. Your freedom is in their hands, and you told them people, no, I ain't gonna stop doing drugs. You sound silly as hell. That's the drugs talking. Now what you gonna do? Your ass is in jail now. Now you can't get the drugs. I mean, you could get shit in jail too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that got shit in, it's drugs in jail. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's all bad.
Yeah, I got time. Look, NBA YoungBoy was pretending to be a doctor. Ain't that crazy, man? This is insane. Let me read what my mixtapes posted. They posted
pretending to be a doctor on the phone, and he put the phone on mute to talk to the people in the background, and he thought he put the phone on mute, but he didn't, and they heard him play this.
Cache County Sheriff's Department detailed the investigation, which began when a pharmacist in Hiram notified authorities that the location had received a called-in prescription from a doctor through a phone number, which didn't match the one that they had for that doctor's office. Okay, the prescription was called in by an individual claiming to be a physician.
And if he was gonna do that, that tells you how slow people be. If you go call and pretend to be a doctor, you should at least look up the doctor's office, get the number, and use the number. You know how you can use somebody's number, like the fake app where you can call somebody, like I can call somebody with my cousin number type shit, it'll pop up on their screen. At least you should have been smart enough to do that, NBA YoungBoy. You shouldn't even been doing it. You should have been paying a motherfucker. You got too much money, too many millions. You could have easily paid somebody to do that shit away from your house. Like, and bring the shit to you. And don't bring the prescriptions. Make sure y'all take the prescription off the bottle before you bring the shit to me.
In the Provo, Utah area, providing an actual valid DEA number, NPI number, and other identification for the real physician. They done got the physician's information, bro. The person who contacted authorities could not provide her local address. How they got the identification, the NPI number,
because I didn't have scripts. Once you get a script, the shit be on there. If you plugged in with the doctor and the doctor give you a script, the doctor NPI number is gonna be on the piece of paper. It's gonna be on that paper. No bullshit. On your script before you turn it in. The doctor, that number gonna be on there. You can easily get the number off of there and remake the motherfuckers. Like, but you need that special paper too.
Valid DEA number, but they ain't had the local address. Gosh, not that it should have happened, but I'm just saying, like, don't you want to cover all your bases?
Yep.
The person who contacted the authority cannot provide her local address, and the deputy reported that it was very clear that a fake voice was being used.
And I think they noticed his Louisiana accent, dog. He played his
NBA.
He played it, so we should have had a girl or somebody from. It was stupid.
Well, I guess
I wouldn't even had the same person that was going to get the script. They wouldn't even been the same person that was talking on the phone. It would have been somebody in position just to talk on the phone. It would have been a different person going to get the script. It would have been a different person going to get the script from them to bring to me that I trust to come to my house. Like,
if you get a woman to do it, then she's involved in the crime. So they're saying it was his voice, I guess. It says, according to that.
He played himself, man.
Hi, my name is Michael B. Jordan, and this is David Yerman, Chevron Collection. The history of it is an ancient pattern and cable to
your ass.
Affidavit, quote unquote, Gwendolyn, sounded as though she was a much younger female from the southern states. Gwendolyn made a statement. She said, quote, well, I asked, AXED, I asked her to, and she said that she'll have you call me. This statement was a response to a request that was made to have Gwendolyn contact dispatch and have them transfer her call back through. I've lived in the southern United States. The terminology in replacing the word ask with ax or other variations is consistent with a southern dialect in states such as Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and other southern states. That's right. If you live in any of those states, you can't say ask.
Yeah, he in Colorado doing this shit. You should have had a white person talking on the phone, Goofy. No, it wouldn't have been no motherfucking country voice.
Say it. Post it in the comments. See if we can say if you can say ask proper. You can't. Not if you're from Texas, Louisiana, or Georgia. You can't say ask. Say it. And you probably say oil with one syllable, right? You probably say all. And finally, don't get mad at me, man. Like it ain't my fault. Well, let me give you this one additional piece of information. All right. NBA YoungBoy, I think he was asked by the authorities to provide his the password to his phone, and he said,
break it.
Take it and break it.
Take it and
He
break
said,
it.
Take it and break it. Look, that man still had time to bust one last rap. You follow what I'm saying, man? I hope all of this.
That's how you know his ass. That's how you know his ass guilty.
For NBA YoungBoy is false. I hope that none of this is true, and I hope that he gets out of all 63 of these charges. Some of the charges, I believe, include also weapons possession and stuff like that. It's just insane at this point, man. And finally, let me give you this last piece of information, man. I feel like I ranted earlier, so I apologize for that. But sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I be wanting to be clear, man. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be famous. Not everybody want to be on camera. Not everybody want that headache, man. You know what I mean? And if I want to get a thought out, man, I could get a thought out, just like everybody else can get a thought out. And if I don't like folks, then I just don't like folks. And that just is what it is. Some people, you just don't like them. 1090 Jake might be the nicest guy. Everybody be a good Christian man, right? I've seen him say some good things, and there was a video that I did have where I gave him props, like yo, shout out to him for doing such and such. But that don't mean I gotta like him. You know what I mean? Like I don't gotta like him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't like him. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to hit him. I'm not gonna attack him if I see him or nothing like that. He just be like somebody. If I saw him, I'd be like, oh yeah, there go that guy. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. Let me give you this, man. As you already know, right? Shine took the fall for Diddy when there was let me rephrase this, okay? Diddy was being accused of a shooting. I forgot. This is way back in like the early 2000s. He was accused of a shooting.
I got this on one of my other videos too. It might be Diddy Files 8 or 7. But Shine, the artist that went to jail for the 10 years for Diddy, he said he on there like, I've been saying this since forever. I've been maintaining my innocence, saying he didn't tell on Diddy, but he said that he didn't do it. Like he said he innocent. He been saying he was innocent forever, and they still charged him.
Shooting, right? Shooting a woman in a face or something like that. Or he
mentioned like the lady, because the lady came out. The lady on the internet now saying they gonna fuck around and pick that shit back up, dog.
He was accused.
It's a video with the lady that got shot in the face. It shows Diddy standing right next to her right before the shooting happens. Because Diddy damn near knew something was about to go down. He had a gun on him. He saw them niggas in the club or whatever happened. He knew what was about to happen. You know when you into it with somebody and you see them and you gonna catch the vibe.
Accused of a shooting, okay? The woman got shot in the face, okay? The woman told the doctor while that was operating on her face, Diddy popped me. That's what she said to the doctor. Somehow the doctor didn't hear it. No one in the room heard it. Though nobody heard nothing. She been saying it for the last 20 years. Though nobody want to hear nothing that she got to say. Shine has been saying, I did not shoot the woman in the face. Yep. Shine said, I didn't shoot the woman in the face. The woman said, Diddy shot me in the face. Right? That's what she said. Okay. And they looked around and was like, well, Shine, you're going down. Because then Shine, if you didn't shoot the woman, who shot the woman? He's like, well, I don't know. I can't say. Well, then you going to jail, Shine.
Exactly.
He done did his time. He
didn't want to tell on Diddy. He knew Diddy shot him, but you know, he just told him, I didn't shoot the lady. And look at that shit. So imagine how many people that's really in jail for shit like this. He just did 10 fucking years for some shit he didn't even fucking do. And he told him he didn't do it.
got out. He became like some kind of a diplomat in Belize. Okay. What's my time look like? All right, look. Now Shine is reiterating what he said like 20 years ago. He's saying it again. This for the people in the back. He did not do it, but he's now also saying that he's hearing stories about it's coming out that he didn't do it, and he's saying, yo, this lady is vindicating me. Yeah. I don't know why ain't nobody heard it. Take a listen to what Shine is saying right now, because just take a listen to what he's saying. This is just big. Source, you gotta let all the clips play for this one. Take a listen.
Are you concerned that the tainted image of Diddy?
I have a full video on one of my other videos before this. Y'all check it out if y'all want to when y'all get time.
Who was your mentor and who you have reconciled with in the past, publicly reconciled with in the past 3 years, that know his entire operation?
One Will has completely just changed my whole entire life. I mean, I don't even say this enough, but like,
operation has come under such a cloud of suspicion for nefarious and dubious activity. Are you concerned that you will also be tainted by it?
I don't see how. Again,
you offer a scholarship.
I leave it up to you, sir. A scholarship to educate people has nothing to do, sir. Sir. You're talking about Andrea Perez, who Wendy Oxalou, after she withdrew, now she has a video. It is an accusation, but you guys don't make anything of it. Yes, welcome back, Andrea Perez. Yes, man, go back to the ministry. We don't care what Wendy Oxalou said. Women's rights, equal rights, gender equality. Oh, she had to run to the States because she's afraid of her life. That's what she's saying. No, we don't really believe that. Carry on, Prime Minister. That's what we need for the focus on. What an entertainer who has nothing to do with politics, he's facing accusations. He has not been convicted of anything. Nothing has been proven, even in a civil court where the threshold is much lower. I obliged you, just to share that certainly it has opened wounds for me, but I don't know. I'm not telling you the veracity of it. I maintain that I never shoot nobody, that there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed. So there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. I wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy, because a global icon would have been destroyed.
Have you spoken to him in solidarity, at least?
I've been in touch.
Is he one of your financiers?
He has supported me openly, yes.
The man said he ain't do it, okay? The witnesses said he did. The man says he didn't do it. The witnesses said he didn't do it, thereby vindicating him, okay? But he went to jail. You see why I say this place is a circus? This is why the whole OJ situation, and with the uproar of applause for what happened, this is what we're talking about, people being unfairly treated, right? He said he didn't do it. The witness said he didn't do it. He went to jail for a shooting. Because he's like, oh, you don't know who did it? Yeah, I'm not going to say who did it. They're like, well, then you did it, okay? They asked him directly. Now, the interviewers asked him directly, did Diddy do it? He said, I'm not going to get into that. I moved on. I don't want to relive that. Yeah. But then he makes a very interesting statement. He goes, I am appreciative of Diddy helping the people of Belize. I want you to think about that. I'm not going to get into, did Diddy do it? I'm not getting into who did it, but I'll just say this. I'm appreciative of him helping the people of Belize. So to me, and I could be wrong. We just throwing thoughts out here, right? Everything is a legend and the whole 9 yards. We get it. Okay. I could be wrong. Let me ask you this. If bruh did the time, right, and didn't snitch on the diddler so he can get paper from the diddler to help the people of Belize, let's say that happened, right? Like, how do you, like, what would you think of that? Like, is that a stand-up move? Like, I'll do the time if I know that I'm going to be able to help the people in the end. I'm not going to rat on the diddler. I'm not going to speak on what the diddler did if I can get paper and help a lot of people in the process. Is that a stand-up move? Is it not stand-up because it was not, like, he didn't stop? Like, how can I say this? Is it not stopping the chopping of the bush that later turns into a tree that drops poisonous fruit? Are you understanding what I'm saying, man? Like, might it have been better for him to rat on the diddler if he could have, like, if that could have resulted in Cassie being protected, Mad Artist being protected? You follow what I'm saying? But then a lot of people wouldn't have been fed too. So it's kind of like a, I forgot what the name of the ethical philosophical situation is called, but it's kind of one of them funny situations where, damn, what's the name? I forgot what it's called. But it's kind of one of them situations where it's kind of like, do you save 5 bad people to, you know what I mean? Like, by killing the one good child. You follow what I'm, like, it's one of them kind of situations.
Five on the first, 5 on the third. I'm listening to you later. I'm 20 to everybody. Gotta go to my 15 on.
This shit ain't overnight, that's a whole lot of flips. This shit ain't overnight, took a whole lot of trips. This shit ain't overnight, gotta learn and get your grip. This shit ain't come overnight, it just look like this. This shit ain't overnight, been through so much shit in my life. The game colder than ice, that blade sharp cut you like a knife. Always had my own little thing, letting nigga feed me with a slice. We was grinding all night just to make them turnovers precise. I had to sacrifice, I had to cut some ties, minimize. I had to realize, I use my real eyes, see through the lies. Club going live, strange guys, say FBI. Notify the guys, I swear they had the nerve, think I was high. This shit ain't overnight, that's a whole lot of flips. This shit ain't overnight, took a whole lot of trips. This shit ain't overnight, gotta learn and get your grip. This shit ain't come overnight, it just look like this. Blood, sweat, and tears, I lost peers to face my fears. Learn to perfect my grip, living on the edge so many years. When you living life in a fast lane, gotta know when it's just 2 years. Gotta decode everything I hear in my ears, so severe. This shit ain't overnight, that's a whole lot of flips. This shit ain't overnight, took a whole lot of trips. This shit ain't overnight, gotta learn and get your grip. This shit ain't come overnight, it just look like this.